What are going on, mortals? Mortal 2 here, and today we are on ASA, Ark Survival Ascended, or just Ark Ascended, however you want to pronounce it. Today, mortals, I'm going to be showing you how you can get like better frame rates if you're on console, better load times, and just honestly, in my opinion, just a better look to Ark. Because as you can see right now, it's kind of hazy, misty, and to me it looks horrible. You can't really see clearly. It's all foggy and hazy, and it may look like this if we was in real life, but for a video game, to me it just doesn't look nice. So there are a couple of settings and commands that I am going to show you, mortals, to improve the look of Ark and even maybe increase your frame rate and load times. So I am currently on the Xbox Series X. You can get this on the Series S, and obviously you can get it on PlayStation 5. As far as I know, this isn't coming out on the normal Xbox, the Xbox One, or the PS4. So the next gen of consoles, which are the current ones, can only support this game, and I get consistently about 30 frames per second, which isn't bad for a console game, especially not with this much like detailing. Look at all this like ground stuff that's going on, grass, leaves and everything, and it really does look amazing. You can see in the distance, you can actually make out some of the blades of grass that the light shine off, and it looks really nice. And to get 30 frames per second on a console, to me it's actually pretty darn good. But how do we make it just clearer? How do we maybe increase the load time and get rid of all this fog and nastiness? So there are a few simple things that you can do. First of all, mortals, you're going to go into your settings. Just go into your settings. Boom, this is for Xbox and PlayStation. Go into your settings, go over to video, and just turn off light bloom and light shafts. Just turn them off. They can get really annoying, and they can blind you sometimes when you're just running around, and then you just cannot see anything. So turn them off and then save it. This was not an option in the original Ark. You had to have a command to turn these on and off, but luckily in this one there is a setting just to turn them on and off. So as you can see, as we come back out, you'll notice an immediate difference. Our top half of our body is more visible. We can actually see our head and everything, and there's not this like haze or fog that seems to be surrounding us, which is very nice. That's just those two settings turned off. It looks better. Even at a distance, you can see a lot more of that cliffside in front of us. It's very nice. But obviously still in the distance it's still hazy and everything, and obviously that is a realistic look. If you look for something really far away, if it's not a clear day, you are going to have this kind of haze that settles over everything. So they're the two easy settings that you can get away with it without having to use any of the console commands, because that's where most of the things come in clutch. Two of these console commands are like very apparent. You will notice the difference basically straight away. So let's just get straight to these. I'm actually going to fly up so we can take a look at Ark on the island map, and you can see it's all hazy, foggy and everything. We're going to get rid of that. So if you didn't know already, there are weather effects in Ark. And the worst one by far is the fog. The fog effect, the weather effect, is just so annoying. So if you are surrounded by fog, this command will help you. So we're going to go like this because this is the one. The command is r.volume tick fog 0 space 0. So it's right there on screen. You should be able to see it nice and clearly. r.volume tick fog space 0. Now you can enter it, and most of the time if you just normally, you won't actually see a lot of difference. It's only when the fog effect is the weather effect is actually on the map and you do that command that it'll completely get rid of the fog. You'll be able to see everything. But most of this haze is apparently cloud cover that low down. So the next command that you want to do, and it's really nice, and you're going to see the difference straight away, is the cloud one. So it's r.volume trick cloud space 0. Once you enter this command, you're going to be amazed. Well, I was amazed. So boom, now look at that. You can actually see like everything. You can see all the way to the blue obelisk. It's amazing. You can see over to the volcano. There is a slight haze, but that's blurring haze, and that's due to distance. And there's not just a ton of clouds everywhere. It's really nice. You see everything really clearly. And obviously, with the clouds gone, this should improve your frame rate. And if you're flying around on any type of dyno and you're moving pretty darn fast, it should also increase the load time of the landscape around you, so you don't get much juddering as you go in, and you're like, it judders because it takes some time to load in. So as you can see, as I go along, it's loading in as I go across. You can see all the shadows and stuff loading in as we go across, and it's really nice. It's a lot smoother. Yes, you can see that it's loading, but it doesn't stop you in judder, which is, I think, is very important. That is one of the most best commands that I use. It's just so good. And as you've just seen here, it's the ground clutter or the grass or the foliage, whatever you want to call it, tends to take the most time to load in. As you just saw there, it took a while to load in. So I'm going to show you another command where you can just take this off, completely off. You don't have, it doesn't have to be there. Yes, it makes everything look nice. But if you want your frame rate and your smoothness just to be like spot on, every time you go into an area, this usually is the last thing to load in. And if you take it off, it will not load in at all. So you will not need to stay there for a few seconds for stuff like all this grass to load in. So let me show you this command. See, this is... I've only just... You see it? Okay. So, I'm going to continue to look down here, and I'm just going to show you the command to take all this off. It's unnecessary if you're just looking for a frame rate and you don't really care about the looks. Or you're going to take it off anyway because you're going to build in a certain area and you actually want to know the terrain a lot better. You can see its slopes and divots and stuff without all the grass on. So, I'm going to go back into the commands. And this is the command that you're going to put in. It's simple. It's grass.enable space 0 to take it off. And you change the 0 to a 1 if you want it back on. It's the same with all the commands that I've shown you. If you just change the 0 to the 1, everything will just go back to normal. And it's a lot easier, a lot more simple. So you can see all the ground below me filled with grass and everything. So I'm going to enable this cheat right here, and it takes a few seconds, but as you can see, it's unloading all the unnecessary grass effects. So these are like unharvestable trees and just ground clutter. As you see, this rock is now bare, completely, utterly bare. And now if we go over to where the grass usually spawns, the grass is a lot more patchy, as you can see, but that's only because we've gotten rid of like most of the grass. I will show you a comparison on this bit to just to show you the difference when we toggle it on and off. So I can go back and I can just re-enable the grass right here. As you can see, it is slowly growing in, and boom, there you have it. This is all the grass growing in right now. So there is a difference. So we're in the grass. You can see it's pretty darn long. I'm actually lying down at the moment. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to turn it off yet again. Might take some time to unload, but as you can see, we've got a lot more ground and a lot less grass. So you can actually see the terrain a bit better, which is very, very nice. Now, I give you this command because there usually was a command that got rid of all unnecessary ground clutter. And it was this one here, sg.groundclutter quality space 0. And it used to get rid of all the unnecessary ground clutter. But for some reason, when I do it on this, it doesn't really do anything. Nothing that I can see. So I don't know. I honestly don't know if it does anything on console. It may do something on PC, but as far as I can see on console, the ground clutter setting doesn't seem to do anything. Now I'm going to re-enable it. See, it doesn't seem to do much. You can take it off if you want. You might find some increased frame rate or better load times, but I'm going to leave it up to you mortals. But these are all like the best settings that I have found, and commands that I have found to increase your frame rate, your load times, and just the look of Ark itself. So I hope this video has helped you out. I hope you liked it as well, and I'll hopefully see you mortals in the next video.